Ba, 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 ba. Hello, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, MBs. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. It's been a little bit of time, so I'm just going to get right into it because I've done all the stuff that's boring and awful off-screen. Namely, all of the menuing. To hell with that, don't care. So, where did we last leave off? Well, it turned out that, missiles have been fired at the guard and things are pretty bad, yada yada. We better go and blow up the missile base. And that's what Selphie's currently up to. So we've gone here with Irvine and Quistis as our backup. So let's see how we go. So I've mentioned before this game has a number of Star Wars references, and this one is, well, if you've ever watched episode 4 of New Hope, it's basically the Stormtrooper, sneaking scene. Because they decide to infiltrate the base using stolen uniforms. Very itchy and very smelly uniforms at that, which are also just the right height for everyone. Selphie's got the, the Galbadian youth equivalent there, because she's a tiny, tiny person. Smithereens! Yay! This is what you get when you send child soldiers in, So we might as well head on into the missile base and get this underway. So the first thing I want to know, this place has an amazing theme to it. Just listen to this. This is espionage jazz as far as I'm concerned, and it's great. Oh no, Selphie speaking comic book lingo there. Capitalising all her letters. That's locked as well. Well, so much for that. So, like, do that. I found this in the car. Give it a try, yo. So there's something else I should note while we're here. You are being graded on your CD rank or seed rank during this. So you actually get experience for trying to stay undercover and not get spotted prematurely. It's only a small amount that you gain if you actually do this properly. It's the point where you won't even get a full rank, so most people won't even notice it, but it is just literally a thing. Nope, sticklers for health and safety, but that's fine. So yeah, just by doing that there and not actually trying to fight the guards, I've gained some seed experience. There are actually surprisingly very few occasions in the game where you are graded on your seed rank or seed experience for doing certain things. This is probably the last one for a very long time, actually. Quite generous with the save points here, though, which is nice. Holy shit, hey, Ryudo, man, how you doing? Good to have you in the chat, man. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, you're 100% correct. The one concrete example I can think of is actually in optional content at the end of the game, which is kind of crazy. Oh, I guess they're bulk ordering their launches in from online. You can, by the way, completely just go all out and kill all these guards if you want to. You just fight them. But, it just triggers an alarm and you get random encounters. It's not really the end of the world if that happens. But we're going to play it sneaky for the moment. Not least of which is because there's some amusing dialogue with the various soldiers we run into here. Well, so I gotta play Message Boy here, so let's go. I 100% agree with you, Ryudo. Like, it's a nice enough concession. I'm glad that they occasionally considered it, but I do think to myself, like, if VIII ever got the Final Fantasy VII remake treatment, I would love to see the siege system expanded to something, well, much more fleshed out and useful than it actually is. Because sorry, I was getting distracted. I tried to remember what I was supposed to say. But, like, you get money from this, essentially. But I've already shown in the previous stream how you can break the game to get infinite money even at this point, just by refining tents into mega potions, selling them for more than the tents cost, so on and so forth. So, I'd like to see it fleshed out to something more where you can get, like, reasonably decent items. Oh, you won't even talk to me now. That'd be cool if that was a thing, but I also somewhat doubt that VIII will ever get the remake treatment, or at least not to the level of which Final Fantasy VII got anyway. What do we do? I'm too busy handling this invisible thing. I'm just like waving my hands around in thin air. Loading, loading, loading dialogue, loading, I am a robot. Loading, loading, loading dialogue. Yeah, again, Ryudo, I 100% agree. Like, imagine if, for example, like, you got... Let's say that there was, like, a Final Fantasy equivalent of Chadley from VII Remake. Like, imagine he was, like, the guy doing your seed grading, and he gave you, like, various, like, cool magic, or even this Guardian Force. Why not porno music, though? That's the thing, Go-Go Sonic Robot. I'm literally surprised at this point Selby hasn't got like a 44-ouncer or a jug of like a coffee and hasn't just poured it into the control panel. That always works. Alright, this is my fighting game skills, my button masher. She cannot take no more, Captain. She's breaking apart. It really did look like the warp core from, like, a, you know, the Enterprise or something. Uh-oh. let's keep on moving. Like, is Selfie singing this? Well, they buggered off over there. Oh. Alright, let's give these guys a hand, you know. I'm surprised that the draw points restock so quickly here as well, actually. Kinda nuts. I'm not gonna help. You know, my profession is actually just, you know, lead manager, order giver. Like, I don't push stuff. Hell with that. Alright. It's be a bit awkward here. How do I do this? How do I do the thing? How do I push the thing? Ah, there we go. It was just being pedantic. Alright, button mash. Oh, this is when you like, you know, you wish you had auto fire on a classic PS1 controller, just because this is certainly something. I mean, I'm old and arthritic now. I'm gonna have no thumbs left after this. I'm meant to be a fine game player and all that, but God, this is unpleasant to do. There we go. Okay, don't mind us. Just gonna blow up the base. It'll be a mega bummer if we launch the missiles by mistake. Like, look. Please tell me someone has watched the original X-Men cartoon, because I'm convinced at this point I can only hear Selfie's dialogue in the voice of Jubilee from that. Like, that is literally the voice I would pick to voice Selfie if this was, like, a voice game back in 1998. Or 1999, rather, I mean to say. Anyway, welcome to the AOL trial disk-driven system that is Galbadia's military network. I'm not even joking, this is dial-up shit, it's terrible. The hyper-technology missile system, Jesus Christ. Nope. Oh, the password's probably password 123 anyway, but unfortunately Selfie's not smart enough to think of that, so we're gonna have to do something else instead. Let's instead crank up the error ratio. So, I think this exists because the idea is like meant to scatter the missiles over a wider area for more damage, but we'll see later this doesn't really do much, but I will warn you that if you do this section and you don't turn the error ratio up to maximum, you do game over. Anyway, let's data upload. Gonna put this thing on YouTube, yeah. And yep, here we go. AOL trial disk. So yeah, Ryudo, if you don't crank up the error ratio to the maximum, you game over as a result. The garden does get blown up by the missiles. Oh. I also love how ridiculously complicated and like elaborate this UI is for just such a small part of the game. Like, none of this is really necessary. Okay, we've got a line going from one place to another. Now that is definitely HD new, that, as it turns out, which is neat. Or at least it's cleaned up substantially. Strange game. The only way to win is not to play. Alright. So I've at least, you know, made the missiles really drunk so they'll just fly all over the place. So that's something. All systems go, sir. Have you been standing in that pose for hours, sir? My god. He's bent his knees for so long he can't stand up straight anymore. Yeah, you didn't like completely cock your arm up at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, who'd have thought that them turning back into their original outfits was a Sentai routine? There you go. So this is supposedly a boss fight, but it's really not. Irvine shot a man just to watch him die. Nice one, Quistis. I'm not as stocked up as I could be, Ryudo. I tell you now, I could literally be breaking 3,000 hit points with every character and having them do a similar, you know, amount of damage back to opponents. You've not been in the previous stream, so I'll mention that I've got a kind of rule going on here where I only use magic that's equivalent to the Discamon. So, tier 2 magic like Fira, Fundaga, etc. is all I'm really allowed to use in this disc. I can't use, like, 3rd level magic or anything stronger than that. Just to try and keep the challenge curve a bit equal. Because it's, like, even as a kid, I broke this game so easy. And I figured I'd make it myself, you know, yeah, more fun that way. But I have done a lot of off-screen work to make the upcoming boss fight easier. So just gotta keep touching panels, why not? Oh, which panel is it? Okay, so something I should note. I believe you get a better seed score from a shorter timer, but again, it's fairly inconsequential for this mission. Like, I think even if you did it perfectly, you still wouldn't get a full rank up. But we're gonna go for 20 minutes, and I'll show you why in just a moment. So that door doesn't open unless you pick 20 minutes or less. If you pick 30 or 40, that stays locked, and you have to go all the way out, round back where you came, through the base, with random encounters all the way nonetheless as well. So, funnily enough, picking a shorter timer is actually a time saver. So you can see now we're back at the missile base entrance. Nope. Everyone's leaving. It's Friday evening, you know. They finished work for the day. They're off to the bar. Woo! Freedom! Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. This, by the way, is exactly what my work/fire drill was before the pandemic. But note that shadow there. What was that? Uh-oh. So even though the self-destruct was on there, they still managed to fire the missiles, which, well, as Selfie would call it, a bit of a bummer. They tried, though. Yo, what we got here? Alright, so this boss, if you play this casually and you don't break the game, he's actually really tough. This is like one of the bosses in this game that like can ruin your day. And I'm going to ruin his instead. So just gonna get defensive spells up for the moment. Get everyone in a good place. This boss is also vulnerable to being slowed as well, so we're gonna do that. Get as many turns in as we possibly can. So you see how many turns we're already getting off even before this boss has had an opportunity to move yet. I've junctioned Thunder Magic to Irvine's attack, by the way, so he's going to do extra damage to the boss as a result. Yep, we're already off to a good start here. You knows it, Ryudo. Set play, my lad. Now that's damage. Since we're here, by the way, I might as well at least scan it. So I can show off what that looks like. So yeah, you can see it's got quite high defensive stats, which is why it takes surprisingly little damage. But we're going to burn through that health well before that time's up. Easy peasy. Oops. We didn't even get to see that boss's main attack, which is this kind of beam weapon that deals like 1,000 damage, but we just kind of bumped it, really. So that just leaves these chumps here, and they're, well, nothing really. GG, Nori. But hey, you know, we got a free magazine from destroying that tank, so that's nice. Okay, well that looks pretty totaled. Gonna need a lick of paint to fix up later. How do we get out though? I don't know, it looks like we're stuck. The tank's blocking our exit, the door's sealed. Is there no way that we can get out? Oh no. I have to say, like, as much as this game really is the Squall and Renoa show featuring, like, other people you may or may not care about, I like that this moment gives the characters, like, their own chance to shine. Selphie in particular, because she's mandatory and therefore obviously gets more written about her. But, yeah, oh no. Yeah, it looks like our guys are dead. F's in chat, rest in peace. Meanwhile, at the garden. Okay, before we do that though, we've got to do the usual menuing. So even though our party members are dead, they're still on the party tab, so I'm just going to presume that we're going to like extract their magic and guardian forces from their ghosts or bodies or whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to give selfies to Renoa, Quest Sisters to Zell, and Irvines to Swan. And I'm going to do a quick bit of menuing before we even get to what's going to come later, which is to give Squall that. Yeah, we're looking pretty solid. I can heal up in a bit when we get to a save point, but we've got serious action music, so we best get moving. I mean, you know, we're back at the garden thinking, oh dear. I guess things aren't really quiet around here. No, don't kill Robin Williams. Why would you do that? So we might remember these guys as like the ones who stole Zell's hoverboard previously and just generally seemed a bit snooty. No. I guess it's Headless Chickens Day because no one seems to be running around with any organised like plan or strategy here. I'd also like to point out, this is an HD remaster, I'm playing this on a 1080p monitor. That is the first time I've ever seen the face of the guys underneath those robes. I always assumed it was stylized so that it was like black underneath, but no, I can actually see it. Norg? Okay, So you've got two choices. If you pick I guess for now, you don't get a fight. If you pick I don't get it, you do get a fight. And we're gonna fight. Oh no! Whatever will we do against these monsters? Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, Squall's pretty powerful at this point, thanks to, you know, having the gunblade hit and everything. For those of you who are like relatively new to the stream, you might also note the massive level disparity for Squall and everyone else. That's because I actually had Squall fight and kill a T-Rexor much earlier, just to show off that you could fight them in the wild. And I didn't think that was even possible until it just literally happened out of the blue. So, yeah, crazy whack shit be happening up in this game, yo, if you want to call it that. But yeah, these enemies are not particularly threatening at the moment. Even though they are doing more damage than they did earlier in the game, they're still just nowhere near like capable of touching us. Silence and sleep powder. You know things are bad when the one-way system is out of commission. We don't know, Rajin. Like, that's why we're asking. It's all very confusing. Yeah, look, I'm desperately trying not to break the game. So apparently, Rajin's weak point is his, like, you know, glass ankle. Fusion Rajin. Cypher's pals, even though Cypher's a complete dickweed, but, you know, at least they're loyal, I guess. Alright, so we gotta go find Sid. Now, I actually know where Sid is already, but I'm gonna show off what happens if you go to the various places in the garden. So the first place we're gonna go to is the canteen to check the hot dogs are okay. What, like, oh, look at me, I've got my invisible gun, or my invisible gun sword. Ah, so this is the boss that we faced previously back in the training center. But he's not dangerous. So this is me remembering this guy's weak to ice. Easy peasy. So killing that guy gets us some wizard stones, so you do get some decent rewards from fighting these extra fights. Ah, this is the infirmary, not the canteen. Well, you know what? We're gonna get blown to Kingdom Come. I'm going nowhere. I've got to, you know, hang around and see this. And yeah, you get items as well by helping out. Yeah, good on Kalakawi for, like, you know, taking care of the other students. Even if they get mixed up in this whole, like, you know, faction warfare bollocks, she's at least nice enough to keep, you know, stitch them up afterwards. It's been a while since we've seen bombs, but yeah, they're still weak to ice. So weak, in fact, they die horribly. Ooh, vampire fangs. Just in time for Halloween. And yes, this is the PC version. I'm going to turn on the free time speed here. Not exactly threatening, these guys, are they? God, Festival Team, go! Alright then, best be heading back away. Let's turn on the Roadrunner mode here. Get some speed up. Now I'm not going to have Squall attack because Squall still has Fire Magic Junction to his attack, so it'll actually deal less damage to the bomb. But Renault has done it anyway. Oh. A truly terrifying enemy. Down in one. I think what I'll do to pick up the pace actually is turn random encounters off. Just for the time being, anyway. Oh no, whatever will I do against this enemy that I have already fought multiple times? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. My god, he's growing even larger! God, that battle was so lame, we didn't even get a dynamic camera angle. She was on point. She's got this handled. Oh, God. So, this running gag is great, but it's great for a number of reasons, one of which is, just to remind everyone, in the original Japanese, these were not hot dogs, they were yakisoba bread. But of course, yakisoba is too hard for people in the West to spell, or understand, so they changed it to hot dogs for translation. And Zell has an obsession over them. It might actually be yakisoba, but it's certainly some sort of like Japanese school like shop delicacy. I mean, if you play Persona 5, for example, like they have that running gag where, oh yeah, you've got to get the bread on certain days before it runs out, that kind of thing. Let me introduce you to the hungry, hungry caterpillar! Bye, losers! And the hungry, hungry caterpillar was murdered horribly. Well, we've got a save point here, so we might as well use it. And also, got a tent. I didn't even realise I could rest, I just wasted a 10 on that for nothing, but never mind. Anyway, everyone's back to full health now, so we're in a good spot. This is a new one. So this is a Grendel, if I recall correctly, and we haven't fought one of these yet. So before I have Squall, like, murder it horribly, I'm going to just see what we can get from it by drawing. Definitely get some fears out of that. Thanks. Might as well. Just because I literally cannot recall what this thing's weak against. Maybe more dangerous than other dragons. What do I even say to that? Like, I didn't realize it was like a ranking scale. Like, dragons are fucking dangerous no matter what. But anyway, it was weak to earth, so we'll have the bros handle this guy. Youch, that was surprisingly powerful. Nah, the bros are fine. They probably won't kill it with a single hit though, so I might as well just actually start smacking around with Squall. Poor Minotaur, he never wins a single game of Janken. I really would like to think that if they had had the opportunity, they would have made it so that there was like a 1 in 100 chance that he would win, and it would be his little brother who would be thrown there instead. Let's give this a try. Ah, never mind. It was worth a shot. Yeah, okay, that was unexpected. I was not expecting it to critically hit and just flat out kill her, but hey, here we are. And he's dead anyway, so Rinoa still gets the XP. So they're a surprisingly tough monster. I was not expecting that. Anyway, where were we? Let's see. I think we can get something out of those dragon fins. I'm just trying to remember what it is exactly. There we go. Oh, it's doubles. Well, we don't care about them. Screw it. Right, onwards and upwards. Oh, no, it's just a hologram. I knew it. I knew Sid was always an illusion. Oh, okay. Well, we got 10 back for the one we used up before by accident. Alright, so the green one is the training center. We're going to go there last, actually. Behold, this thing's far more dangerous than the dragon that was kind of dangerous before. It was so dangerous, you cannot so to stop it. Oh dear. I love how the grats look so sad as they die. The stalks just gradually fall. How sad. Okay, so something I want to know, by the way, Squalls reach level 30, and the magic you can draw from monsters in this game depends on the level that they are, and in Vain turn level based on your party. So we might start seeing level 30 monsters at some point now. And what that means is we can get the highest level of magic from them. Good for you. So yeah, Zell has a fangirl. And that will be a thing that we will see again in the future. I think there's a draw point around it. It's hidden if I recall. Whatever. Alright, so let's head to the training center then. It is kind of crazy how, like, half of the Garden members have turned so psychopathic that they are willing to, like, endanger the lives of their fellow classmen and children on a dime. Yeah, you tell him, kid. Yeah, you better run. I know what that is. So yeah, we've got to kill a dinosaur. Alright, before we start fighting this dinosaur. So the T-Rex Saw's now blinded, and if you recall me fighting this way earlier in my series of streams here, this makes things so much easier. But you know, it's like Mr. Freeze said in Batman, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! No, really, that's literally it. I mean, look at how much damage that did. I'm not even kidding, this guy is weak to ice. That is literally... It is a joke that is also, like, a legitimate strategy for fighting this thing. I mean, Squall's killed a T-Rex on his own before. This is nothing for him. Freeze well. Look, this may be the only time I get to make Batman and, like, Robin jokes, so I'm just going to use as many of them as I can. But yeah, the T-Rexor's got a surprisingly large amount of health, so it's even with what we're doing, it's still going to take a bit to wear him down. But he's blind, though. So I'm not really all that worried. Bagged as a big ones there, lads. And not a single scratch. Learned a fair few abilities. So I'm just going to quickly, because you unfortunately have to micromanage what your Guardian Forces learn, which is a bit of a faff. Let's see, what do we want to learn? I'll start Defend, because we're going to need that eventually. It's a very, very useful ability. Dark Side, yeah, that's fine. That was actually, which one was it again? I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, here we go. Alright, we'll have Quetzal learn that. Yeah, Shiva's fine. Yep, it's fine. Yep. Cool. Alright, let's check in on these lot. Well played, kid. You got him right in the balls. Anyway, since we're here, we might as well explore the rest of the training centre. I still have random encounters turned off, so I'm not too worried about bumping into anything. Now, even though we're not using low-level magic anymore, it's still worth drawing it because you can actually refine it into the next tier of magic. But it looks like an invisible barrier has appeared to stop me from going to this area that we could before. So never mind that, I guess. Well, so we've explored every single place on the ground floor now, so we might as well head up to the next floor and see what we can find. Look at that. Where's she running? Alright, so we haven't yet gone to Sid's office, but they surely wouldn't have him hiding there, would they? Seems a bit silly that, you know. Be the first place they'd look, wouldn't it? Nah, they can't have hidden him there, surely. So, yeah, the master plan that Shu had was to kind of pull the double bait and switch of, oh, you know what? We're gonna, you know, they're gonna go straight for the officers, that's right, but they'll know that we're gonna put him in the office, and they think we'll know that they know that they... God almighty. It's a plan so stupid it could only have actually worked. But yes, Sid is indeed in his office all along. Actually, now that you say that, Ryudo, like, and having played a fair few fighting games in my time, I know full well that, yeah, you know what? Sometimes the stupidest plan is the best. Alright. I like they kept that consistent about that Rinoa doesn't do the salute because she's not a seed. I mean no disrespect to Fujin here, but like I get the feeling that it would be take a long time for her to explain exactly what's going on. But again, she's so scary that maybe if she just said, leave, that everyone would just literally leave the garden as a result. I've seen some wild shit, Sid, honestly. That's why I want to report. I mean, Sid, like, this garden is literally not a ship. You don't need to go down with it, you know? It's not like the garden's a boat or anything like that. Anyone gonna help him? No. No, not gonna help him? No. Okay, fine. I'm planning on doing more voice work for Disney. I finally got over that contract dispute I had with them. But yeah, notice how Squall, like, you know, he probably wouldn't have said this back in Disc 1 when he was Disc 1 Squall, where he didn't give a flying fuck about anything, you know? He was cold and distant and detached from the world, but he genuinely does care about this place. He's not quite come to grips with those feelings yet, and what people and places mean to him, but he's actually questioning it, which is a start. Ah, Sid, nailing it on the head. Ooh, MD level. MD Geist level, I think. Okay, this seems a bit of a long shot. I mean, this control system here could very well just be for, like, you know, the garden's discotheque or something. I don't know. It just turns on all the neon lights. But, well, what else can you do? By the way, when I played Final Fantasy VII on stream, and we did the climb up to Shinra Building, and you had the theme for that, this theme again, which we also heard back in Galbadia, gives you the same energy. It's great. So, we gotta go try this control system. Let's give it a whirl. Nope, I ranked up and I ranked down again. How rude. At least we got paid, though. Gonna turn random encounters back on for this section so I can show them off. Alright, so what would all-American hero John McClane do in this situation? Let's think about this real hard. Snake Eater in reverse. See, I did Junction Squall's strength stats for nothing, you know. Oh, tongue-tied there, really bad. Anyway. So this is Squall himself now giving tutorials out, and he's like, you really, really, really want a junction, like, you know, fire damage to your attack. You do by default regardless, because Ifrit provides that, and you get Ifrit by default. So the answer to that is yes, always. At least I can skip the tutorial. And in case you're curious, I've already done that for Squall, as a matter of fact. Yep, we've got Fear on there. Now, I could have more damage right now, but currently, as I say, we don't have access to a lot of items that we can refine into Fear magic. So, it'll be what it'll be, though. It's certainly a nice bonus, if nothing else. That said, we are also going to actually swap around our GFs a little bit here, because Swell currently has Ifrit Junction, but we don't want him to actually have Ifrit, as it turns out. Because he's going to be doing all the physical attacking, whereas I want someone else to have Ifrit to summon them. So with that in mind, I'm going to take Ifrit off. Okay. And let's say we have Zell do this, so... yeah, we'll give him Ifrit instead, which basically replicates the same thing. It means Squall's not going to quite hit as hard, but we're going to do overall more damage, so that's nice. So, yeah. And again, I'm powering up my characters through zombie magic. Because why not? Ah, I made a mistake, because elemental attack is actually only on Ifrit, so I'm kind of screwed either way. Well, fair enough then. I'll have to go switch that back. That's me not planning ahead as much as I otherwise should have done. But never mind. Let's fix it easy enough. Gave me demi magic. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Alright, so after that pointless bit of menuing, let's just heal everyone up and let's crack on with it. Apologies for that folks. Didn't mean for that to happen. Micromanaging your Guardian forces can be a bit of a faff at times, especially if you want to try and do it optimally. But it'll get to the point eventually where we'll have so many of them that everyone's stats will be covered anyway, and at that point it becomes less of a puzzle of deciding who gets what, at least in terms of like GFs. Ah, the infamous Valve game. So I have it on authority that you cannot actually do this as Squall alone first time. It's impossible. It's only possible when you get a second person to help you. So let's see if that holds true. Nope. Alright, Zell's gonna help. Let's flex it up, let's do this! There we go. I don't know what that looked like on the little camera that you can see me there. Probably like I was furiously vibrating in my chair. Yeah, you can take that out of context you want, I'm fine with it. Of course we know it's not going to help. She's got pastor arms, like also extremely long and weird when she walks, like climbs down ladders. She's just there to like wave at people and kick them downstairs, as we remember from, you know, when she nearly killed Irvine last episode. Oh, bad draw that. No point in splitting up, in my opinion. Yeah, fair enough then. Thank you, Grumpy Cloud. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we don't get to see, like, you know, anyone crawling around air vents in this game, at least not that I can recall. Unlike in 7. So that makes 7 the superior game. Smooth entry. Very nice. So yeah, this is all on the underside of the gun. It seems awfully complicated, doesn't it? For what should just be a standing structure. Oh, can't head that way. Alright, take the ladder down then. So, since Squall's warming up, let's keep it on, you know, let's keep it consistent here. You know, he's halfway there. He's halfway towards being a normal human being with emotions and all those kind of icky things that we don't talk about. Right, so, yeah, this is your obligatory pre-boss save point. So check again that we got everything in place. Ah, I almost forgot, but I didn't, so there we go. And since we're here, actually... I could give that to Squall, but I'm going to leave those with Renoa because she's going to be using them to do out damage in the coming fight. So with that in mind, let's go and do this boss fight. Oh. Yeah, I've got to pull the lever first, haven't I? Tell I've not, you know, had coffee today. Right, so we've got 2 scoops of ice cream and 1 really, really creepy looking dude in the back. So yeah, the thing about blobs is that they, of course, they have different elemental weaknesses on a per blob basis, so we need to figure out which one this guy's weak to. Because hitting him with physical attacks is pointless. I say pointless, but because Squall had Fire Magic Junction to his attack, he was able to put out a decent amount of damage and kill it in a single hit, which is quite nice. I skipped that one. Screw it. I thought by pressing X I'd just, like, speed up the text, but I didn't think that far ahead. So yeah, I think the blobs being the weak to fire is a consistent thing in this area, whereas in other places they can be weak to things like ice magic and whatnot. Anyway, they're dead, who cares? Right, since I cocked that up, I'm going to just turn that back on. Alright, where were we? One thing I'm going to note ahead of time, by the way, is that boss fights in this game, they tend to do it where sometimes they have like groups of 2, like with the Iguians back in Dis 1, and this is no exception here. These guys are bastards though, and you'll see why depending on how this fight goes. Also, I didn't get rid of silence on Renoa. Whoops. Well, that's fine. So yeah, everyone's now cursed, which means they actually will not be able to use limit breaks. I'm not planning on using limit breaks this battle anyway though, so it's not necessary. What we do want to do is, because there are two of them though, we want to at least put one of them out of the fight for a little while. So certain bosses are actually rather weak to status effects. So we have sleep, so let's put it on there. Missed. Never mind. So yeah, these guys hit hard. The oil shot attack actually does damage based on your current hit points as well. It's a gravity style attack. But this is why I brought along the mega potions from the Dealing City that I made earlier. Alright, let's just kill them anyway. See, I'm hitting these guys quite hard, which is good. Give you a smooch. Aww. Isn't this like evil monstrosity like cute and all that? I mistimed that. Never mind. He's dead anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, these are called oil boils, and that oil shot attack stays gravity based, which again leads me to think that Squaresoft rather like thoughts ahead of time. Hey, maybe guys will have like a lot of health at this point. It does be like 62.5% of your current hit points in damage. But, as was mentioned before, they are weak to fire, so they die very easily to that. Although, how using fire here doesn't cause the entire place to go up, given the amount of oil and petrol there is, I don't know. So, mildly sketchy fight, but handled. Ton of good stuff. Excellent. Alright. We don't need to heal up, by the way, so I'm not going to bother with that. These elaborately painted Galbadian missiles are on their way now. It's like made at a craft fair. And they've even got spooky eyes in them as well. Anyone know where we're going? No, ain't got a clue. Sorry, mate. No. Whoops, never mind. I'll just go this way. Why not? And Squall and Company found out they had 50 more ladders to go through. Yeah, what do we do now? Well, that's great. Nope. Nope, we got something. Also, I don't know if you saw them, but there was a very, very tiny Sid very briefly on screen there when he shouldn't have been. That was a bit of a goof. Sid, you might want to move away from like the... Oh dear. I told you it was the Garden's discotheque system. Okay, we're going to fly straight at the garden. No, we're going to fly there, then fly upwards, because that makes total sense. Yeah, I do wonder that Go-Go Toy Row. You just think stuff like, wasn't Sid just bored one day and decided to go play around with it for fun? My god, the garden really is a flying boat! Yeah, go away scot-free. So, just for comparison's sake, in Final Fantasy VII, like, at the point at which you get, like, the means of travelling between continents freely, you got the Tiny Bronco, which was a dinky little, like, you know, biplane. And, you know, Final Fantasy VIII is like, no, we are going to be bigger and better. We're going to, you know, harder, faster, better, stronger. We're going to have a giant, like, building become your airship. It's kind of crazy. Let's go check it out, Squall, and meanwhile, I'm just going to take the lift before you can even go. How rude. Yeah, I should have probably waited till. No one knew he could fly, mate. This is like... Lady, stop running around in circles. Oh, it's you! I remember you! Where are you going? Come back here. Ah! The kid got away from me. That was the kid we stole the mini-mob card from. So yes, this FMV does not appear if you do not have Renoa in the party at this point. This is specifically why I brought her along, so we can have these moments like pop up. You get a scene of her going, "Oh, birds!" like and stuff. I guess it was well worth it bringing her along. This is also why speedrunners don't bring Renoa along to this particular section, because it is literally slower to do so. But I'm a completionist, damn it! Squall, it appears to run on something called a DualShock 4. Have you ever heard of this? Imagine if this was a nuclear reactor. Like, just like, this is this game in a nutshell. You just push anything, it's the Homer Simpson method, it just works. It's like beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Oh, my mom went back from the store saying, "Oh, Jesus!" I just like to imagine there's one guy at like the seaside cafe and bar. He's on his like 10th drink and he just looks at it and he's like, "Wow, what have I been having, honestly?" Well, ain't that neat? I think grabbing a drink is probably the best start. Oh, Sid, you're so funny. Yeah, like, you know, you're right, Sorry, everyone's way too chill. Like, there's been a civil war in the garden. It literally then started moving, plus missiles got fired there, but none of that matters. You know? I mean, Squall's so chill, he's bored. Well, I can relate. Are there still hot dogs available? That's the key question you're forgetting here, Squall. Also, here's your Renoir and Squall specific scene. Enjoy, where she's perving on him while he sleeps. I took pictures of you and everything and put them on the internet. So yeah, the whole idea of this is giving the tour of the garden. I'm not sure why Squall needs to do this, because Renoir's been here already at least once. Surely she was given a tour, like, you know, when, you know, she first arrived to go to the dance and, like, asked Sid for help. Although part of me also thinks that this is really just a pretense on her part. Like, she just wants to spend time with Squall. It doesn't really matter, like, the reasoning why. You're 100% correct, Ryudo. Well played, my friend. It's also, in fact, now that you mention it, that's why the intercom wasn't working, because the garden was running AOL dial-up at the time, and therefore they couldn't telephone out. It all makes sense, I assure you. Alright, so our Guardian Forces learned a ton of crap, so I'm just going to get them to, like, learn some new stuff. Again, you have to micromanage this, and it's really annoying. Go for our mental defense times 2. Alright, and while we're here... So, Diablos got a new ability called Dark Side. Which gives you, like, a massive amount of extra damage in exchange for spending some hit points, which is really, really nice. Squall's not going to be a big Guardian Force user, really, so I'm going to have him put that on instead. Although, annoyingly, it doesn't actually outright replace the attack command, which seems a bit daft. But, them's the breaks, I guess. But, let's give magic, that magic item. Yeah, there we go. And while I'm here, I'm going to unjunction Diablos. And I'm going to give Diablos instead... Ooh. Oh yeah, because Diablos actually has the dark side attack, so I can't, unfortunately, show off just yet, but I will do eventually. So for the moment, let's go Magic, GF, that's Item, and Guardian Force. Great stuff. And then, since Zell's the one who's with us, we will give him Diablos. And the reason I'm doing this is because the next boss we're going to fight has an item I want to mug from them, but because Squall hits so hard, it actually is counterintuitive to give him the mug command, because we want to get more attacks on him. So Squall's going to be instead throwing a bit of magic about here and there, and just otherwise doing, like, support stuff for this fight. It's not a particularly dangerous one, to be honest, so... Alright, that'll do for now. Let's take Renault around on a tour of the garden, see the sights, find the hot dogs, all that stuff. He's a soldier, not a tour guide. He's just like, and here on the left we see the famous cafeteria, where the hot dogs of yore may be on any given day, but only if you arrive early. Jesus Christ. But yes, indeed, the queue for the hot dogs is real. And that's why I brought Zell along, by the way, because Zell's all in on the hot dogs. Get there too late, and Zell Zell's out. Yo, Zell, buddy, you okay? Zell has never eaten a hot dog in his entire life. Yeah, I'll turn on freeze time speed just to get things rolling a little bit. Now this is cozy though. And again, I have to give props to this game's OST just for how chill some of the songs are. This is the Balam Fever. I'm just gonna go traveling by guitar, yo. Boyfriend in capital letters. Is that like the equivalent of a GF, a Guardian Force, you might say? I summoned my boyfriend into battle. I mean, all the stuff that's happened has been absolutely bonkers. Let's not get it wrong, but these are still kids, you know. Like, I think in their shoes, I probably would have similarly thought, hey, you know what? Let's just have a breather here, you know. Let's just enjoy the spectacle of all of this. Yeah, I don't think there's a bad song on this entire OST, to be honest. I think that 8 is overall arguably not as good a game as 7, which is... It's one of those things where if you think about it, like, they really were, like, having an uphill fight with this. But the OST is on par, in my opinion. Is she your girlfriend? Now, obviously, we know that they're not actually dating. But I think that, you know, let's give Squall a moment of teasing her really, really hard. Oh, do we say just kid? Like, I don't know what to pick now. Like, I feel like I want to just keep going this until, like, Rinoa, like, is completely blind to it. And Rinoa's hit points went down to 0. This is the bed I woke up in at the start of the game, Rinoa. It was after your ex-boyfriend nearly took my head off and tried to kill me in a training exercise. You have shit-tasted men! Oh. We could do that. Or we could just continue, like, you know, wandering the garden for a little bit, showing stuff off. I'm 5 years old. I'm gonna murder monsters someday. Yay! Library Girl with a Pigtail. That's a very long full name. Might want to get that changed someday. These books. Okay, can't get it from the books. Never mind. Oh, I didn't mean to say hello to her again. Whoops. Secret draw point? Nah, nothing there. Right, I'm just going to turn random encounters off for this bit, because I just want to see if we can take Renoa through to the couples area. I don't believe we can, but it's worth just having a look anyway. The man from the garden. We're fully loaded on everything, really. We don't need to worry. Nope, that invisible barrier's there again. God damn it. Well, let's zoop over here. And head back out. Child soldiers of the future! God. There are times when the whole high school child soldier thing just doesn't work for me, and I appreciate them trying to give like a little bit of flavour to characters with that sort of stuff, but at the same time, like, it really is odd. But at the same time, arguably that's the point of this entire game. Maybe don't turn children into mindless, like, unthinking, like, death machines. Crazy notion, I know. Alright, I need to change one junction around before we do anything else. Take this off. There we go. And instead, I'm going to start junctioning magic to Swall's elemental defense, just to try and take some of the sting off some of the stuff here. Whilst to junction that to blind, so that way you can't be blinded, which should be very useful indeed. Cool. That's while we're here. We definitely, you do absolutely want to have the draw ability on at least one character for this coming fight. Before I forget, since Zell's still over here, let's just check he's all set up properly. Yep, he's got bug, magic, blah, 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 blah. Great, that'll do. Right. Let's go see this Garden Master, Norg! Which I can't help but say in the same way you say, nerd! Well, this isn't sinister at all. Who designed this particular room? Yoko Taro? Ryudo, like... I feel like after that comment, Ryudo, I should just end the stream. I should just turn it off. Like, I'm supposed to be providing entertainment here and you've peaked it. Ignored. Jesus Christ. You've won. That's it. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Also, poor Sid got force pushed. You're Robin Williams, you should be swearing like that. Young whippersnappers, get off my... Like that kind of thing. I've got to give the report, Sid. Honestly, like, I didn't even double line space this one, I swear. I meant the actual word count. Sid, please. Just doesn't appreciate it. I have to wonder, like, if they say it in the same way that you say certain rap group names, like the Notorious N.O.R.G. Oh my god, he's got a giant, like, orchestra, and he's also a really, really ugly living lard man. I've not left this pod for 10 years! Let me see if I can try and say this. Fushifu, give your report on the sorceress! I'm not doing that again. My voice is already croaky as it is, and anyway, I don't want to, like, you know, completely destroy it. talking like that fucker there. Look, we'd get Fujin here to do this, but she seems to have vanished. She's pretty concise. Man, like, I thought my Why Did the Weekend reports were bad, but this is something else. What? You say? My God. Well, Gogo Toy Robot's comment there about cleaning that pod. I'm just imagining that there's a lot of hoses involved. The sorceress will take on all of the garden. She will plant all the vegetables. As opposed to what, like a street mugging? We'll drop a piano on her, that'll work! I really do think that Nog speaks in the same way that some people probably speak on Reddit, like when they write out sentences like this. The only way it could be worse is if he had like strike-through text or something. I even ordered a silver platter for it. It's not a metaphor. This might even be a dream, you don't know. The conspiracy theories believe this is a dream. Yeah, the voice is killing me now. Yeah, I can totally see Nog actually being some sort of investment banker. He looks like my, inner image of them. Oh, snap! So, yeah, Sid and Nadia are married. My God. Yeah, I don't get it either. Shitty! Alright, so this fight is not as difficult as the previous ones, to be quite honest. It's fairly chill. So we're going to take the time to actually set up some defensive first. Thanks, Nog! Thanks for, telling me how your system works. That's really cool of you. Yep, only has 2,000 hit points. Strong against thunder. No, can't poison, blah 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 blah. No you don't. So yeah, you can actually attack the orbs in order to disable their ability to cast magic, which is nice. Hell, we'll actually have Squall attack this one here. So yeah, you can also mug a lot of nice items from this, which is what Zell's going to do right now. He's going to shake him down. So we're in no rush to actually do anything here at the moment. There we go. So yeah, the pod has a lot of defense, you can see, so that's why even though Squall like hits like a dump truck, he still doesn't really hit all that hard. I'll crack it open for the secret prize inside. I did not expect that, to be quite honest. But yeah, that was a thing. That's what you get when you get the entire model like that. Okay. So now Nog is vulnerable. So we might as well scan him, actually. So he's weak against wind, which we have plenty of wind magic banks, so we can throw that out at him. His defenses are quite weak. He's mostly a magic caster, so that's good. So there's a couple of things we need to do first before we can really cut loose on him. One of which is we actually need to draw something from him. He has a guardian force for us, Leviathan. Dunk. There we go. Right, we'll have Squall take care of that. Don't need to have him actually pull the trigger on that, it's not necessary. That's rude. That's fine, though. Rinoa could just be on duty for taking these out for the moment. Say, we're in no immediate danger, I just really want the item that Nog actually has. Spirit Bomb! Decent amount of damage, but again, we're not in any immediate danger from anything here. God damn it, Zell, can you not actually steal this damn thing? Seriously. Oh my god. This is the thing I hate about stealing in games like this. It's just so RNG based, it's really, really annoying. Now, I actually junctioned Blizzard Magic to Squall's defense, so you can see it does such a pathetic amount of damage. There we go. Right, let's get this underway. So we recall that he's actually weak to wind magic, so let's drop some of that on him. Yep, finally stole it. Now, I should, in theory, be targeting the orbs, but we're putting out enough damage right now that it doesn't really matter. Nog will be dead before they actually get the chance to cast any magic. There you go. I'm done for! No, I'm afraid of you, blah, 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 blah. How awkward would it have been, by the way, if you could have literally just gone to, like, a couple of steps to the right or left, and then Nog was like, no, I can't throw my magic at you, come back here, you're out of my line of sight! Well... we literally had, like, you know, a tub of I cannot believe it's not butter turned into the headmaster of our garden. What the fuck? Okay, before we go, though, I believe... Yep, there is a draw point hidden in Nog's pod. So we've got a new Guardian Force, let's have a nosy at it. So Leviathan's got some reasonably nice abilities. Support magic is nice to have, for example, so I'm going to put that as my learning thing. Also potion, by the way. All potion, it works funny in that it will pick the first potion item you have in your list. So you have to manually sort them to put the strongest items first. Because when you sort them normally, it puts the weakest first. But that can actually be really useful. If you have that equipped and then you have like mega potions, you can get essentially a free 1,000 hit points to every character per time they get hit. Which is kind of crazy. I'm not going to worry about junctioning Leviathan just yet, though. Well, that was messed up. Alright, so before we go actually see Sid, I'm going to save the game and I'm going to end the stream here and then we'll pick up sometime at the weekend or next week. So everything's gone pretty back to normal now, so that's all nice and that. But yeah, I don't want to advance the plot too far and then get to a point of no return. Now's as good a time as any to save, so we'll head back to the dormitory to do so. So quick rest. And yeah, Ryudo, thank you very much for dropping by, my friend. I really, really appreciate you taking your 2 hours of your day to do so. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you're doing well over there in America, my friend. Alright, well on that note, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a great evening or a great day wherever you might be in the world. Take care, stay safe. And I'll be back with more of this stuff probably, as I say, Saturday. I'll let you know on my Twitter, and next up we'll be doing the entirety of Fisherman's Horizon, and also the Liberation of Balam. We'll get all that out of the way, and then we can start exploring the open world. But until then, thank you very much everyone for joining me, and take care. Good night.